What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Today we're going to talk about some of my best Pokemon investments that I have done since I got started in the Pokemon hobby again, 2.5 years ago. Last week we talked about some of my worst investments, 5 of my worst investments that we went over. And that video is kind of humbling because it's never easy to put yourself out there and say hey, I didn't do a good job at this because I paid way too much money for the Giratina V alternate art from Lost Origin in a Gem Mint 10, for instance. If you didn't watch that video, I'll link it down below in the description, or you can just go find it on the channel. But like I said in that video, it's always good to reassess what you've done and then learn from the mistakes so that you don't make them again, and then you can get better and better over time. And I think I've been able to do that for the most part. So I've narrowed it down to 5 things plus an honorary mention that I'm going to talk about in the video today. And we'll just look at some of the things that I've been able to accomplish over the last 2 and a bit years in the Pokemon hobby, and hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it a lot. And if you want to join the channel membership, there's going to be new upcoming privileges for channel members because I just launched the pokeoffice.com, where you can get singles and going to be more stuff coming soon. So I'm really excited about it. We'll actually talk about that in a little bit, and I'll show you a little bit about what's going on there. But number 1, and this is the honorary mention because it's kind of cheesy, and it's just cheesy. Let's just be honest with you. But let's take a look. The honorary mention, as cheesy as it is that one of my best, maybe my best Pokemon investment has been starting the Poke Office YouTube channel. Not only because it's made me some money in the Pokemon space, but also I've got to meet lots of you. I've made actual real friendships, even though we haven't met in person, which is absolutely amazing. We joined the Discord. I started a store, and I just got so much more confident at putting out content, which is actually something that it's become a huge passion and hobby of mine. Not just Pokemon, but actually talking about Pokemon. And whether people watch the content or not, I just love making content. It's really fun. So I've learned so much. It's amazing. And then it's got me so much into Pokemon. I went to Card Party, and I know all the sets from Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet era now, and I buy all the new sets coming out, and we do live stream rip and ships. Everything about it has just been an amazing journey. I'm really blessed, and I thank you all for watching. It really, really means a lot to me. Speaking of, here's what I have done recently. Launched thepokeoffice.com. I'm continuing to upload singles and inventory onto the site, so pretty cool. Shipping is a little bit challenging from Canada because Canada Post is just really expensive. So ideally, you just buy the more expensive track shipping, but then at least it gets there to you in a timely fashion. Right now, I'm only offering shipping to Canada and the United States, but that's going to open up, especially for the live streams, because I know some of you who buy in on the live streams are from international countries, and we'll work through that for sure, because I don't want to lose you, that's for sure. Okay, past the honorary mention. This is, we're going to call it number 5 of one of my best Pokemon investments, and it's this Blaziken VMAX from Chilling Reign. I was able to buy this right before this big spike, and my head is blocking the graph, so let me just take that away from here for a second. Okay, check it right there. Okay, so we have this big spike. It happened kind of March 2024 when the whole Sword and Shield era things went absolutely crazy. This card spiked up to almost $300 raw, and as a PSA 10, it was really high. It was $526. Now it's $406, so it's down a little bit. However, because I'm in Canada, we're going to talk about Canadian dollars for a second. So I bought it before that big spike, and I paid $370 Canadian, I believe. Now it's worth $406 American, which is a really nice increase. I have it listed on the site for $579, which is a little bit too much, but it's also one of my favorite cards. So it's I don't even want to sell it, but at the same time, I want to churn and burn a little bit. So if someone wants to pay me full price plus a little bit for it, then I probably would sell it. I just want to showcase how amazing this card actually is. How good is this card? And seriously, Chilling Reign. Tough. I have yet to pull this card. I've pulled most of the chase cards that I want to have off the bucket list, but this one is is not there yet. I have never pulled the Blaziken VMAX from Chilling Reign, so that might be what we're going for today. Okay, moving on to, I guess, number 4 on the list. We're moving from 5 all the way down to number 1 is the booster boxes, and they're behind me here, okay, in the display. And I was able to make a really nice play long before I even knew exactly what my strategy was into Pokemon investing, but pretty quickly after I got started the Pokey Office YouTube channel, I was like, I need a cool display for my background, and I just think it's a really good idea to have one of every booster box of Sword and Shield. So I just went and did it. I had a little bit of extra cash because I kind of like was treating the Pokey Office like a business, and I was like, come on, we got to just do it and invest in some Pokemon booster boxes. So I bought one of every Sword and Shield booster box at the time. That was when Lost Origin was the latest booster box. So Silver Tempest wasn't out yet. So I bought Sword and Shield base set, Rebel Clash. I think actually this is kind of embarrassing. Sword and Shield base and Rebel Clash were the 2 most expensive booster boxes I bought. I think Sword and Shield base set I paid like $215 for. Rebel Clash was in that same-ish range. And everything else was pretty cheap. Like I was buying Darkness Ablaze Vivid Voltage for $175 Canadian, something like that. I don't actually have the numbers right in front of me, so it's going off the cusp of memory a little bit, but got some really good deals. Chilling Reign, I bought for way under MSRP. Like I paid $150 or $160 for it. Evolving Skies was already on the rise back in 2022. But I think I paid like maybe $200 for a booster box of it, which is just, I mean, that might be my best investment in Pokemon, to be honest with you, because I've quadded my money on that. Fusion Strike I bought for pretty cheap. It was still going for like $160, $170. Then we had Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance. I bought quite a few boxes of Astral Radiance later on, but the original Astral Radiance I didn't pay that much for, like $150. Brilliant Stars was, for whatever reason, harder to find in Canada, so that one was a little more expensive, but I'm talking like $175, nothing too crazy. And then Lost Origin was right out, so that I wasn't paying much for that. And then Silver Tempest was paying low prices for all of them. So that collection, I keep pointing the other finger, but that collection behind me, like that's a nice collection now. Every Sword and Shield booster box. And I'm continuing that on because over How Do You Do It That Way is my Scarlet and Violet booster box collection. So I'm pretty excited about that. But booster boxes are just my favorite investment in Pokemon for sure. So here I actually track booster box prices on the daily. So Sword and Shield base 302. It's been really stagnant here now. These are all in USD. So, I mean, when I paid $215 for my Sword and Shield booster box, I've already made a pretty nice gain. $215 Canadian, now it's worth $300 American, but it's certainly not rising very much. Rebel Clash is the same. Was not printed much to my knowledge, but it has stayed very, very stagnant at $220 for quite a long time. Darkness Ablaze we talked about not too long ago, but it has finally eclipsed the $150 mark. Look at that, on August 17th it did that. Vivid Voltage is still below MSRP, which is absolutely crazy. Same with Battle Styles. These two are just in the doghouse. Chilling Reign, though, look at these three. Absolute ludicrous how these prices are doing. Chilling Reign is at 203. It actually is down a bit because it was at 217 like middle of August. Evolving Skies is working its way right back up, now 683. I really do think that Evolving Skies, sooner than later, I'm not going to give a timeline, but I think it's going to be $1,000 booster box for sure, which is crazy. We're going to talk about Evolving Skies more in a little bit because it's part of one of my other good investments. Fusion Strike, 216. Another really good box. Like this one spiked all the way up to $237 for a short period of time. It's come back down a little bit after that crazy frenzy earlier on in the year, but same with Brilliant Stars at 185, Astral Radiance 170, Lost Origin still cruising for a bruising at 213, and Silver Tempest lagging behind a little bit, but still not a bad box at $160. So just knowing what I paid for those booster boxes behind me, I mean, that's a really good investment. Which brings us to number 3 on the list, which is grading through PSA. And here's the thing, like a little side note, as I was going through like my 5 best investments, whether they are my 5 best or they're just 5 really good ones, here's the thing. I really try and like talk a lot about buying and holding for the long term, so there's not a lot of work involved. But I have to be truthful with you. I work my butt off all the time. Like, I'm busy with Pokemon ever since I started the channel, like doing 3 videos a week, plus sometimes a live stream, plus sometimes an interview, plus I'm selling cards on Facebook Marketplace and on in the Facebook groups. And now I started the website, and I'm working full time, and I'm trying to just continually grow this thing, because the way that I see it, as much as I do have stock in my back room where it's like, I don't want to touch this, it's not for sale right now, it's just to hold. But I haven't been in the game long enough to see the real results of that, because I've only been buying Pokemon sealed product for 2 and a bit years. So I always say I want to wait like 3 to 5 to maybe even 7 years to see the realized gains on that, not 2 years. So most of these good investments that I'm talking about are like me working at it. So number 3 on the list is grading cards through PSA. Pretty quick into my YouTube journey, I ended up buying the Collectors Club subscription for PSA, which gives you access to the bulk subscription pricing. Here's my PSA website. So I haven't done a crazy amount, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 6 submissions, but the last submission was one of the biggest ones, 106 cards, 76 cards, 32, 8, 24, 35. So it's not like I do like a crazy amount of submissions, but there's a couple that I wanted to showcase a little bit. So hopefully there's no bad information that I can't show you. This was my very first PSA graded submission, and check it out. Lots of Gem Mint 10s. It's absolutely beautiful. The full art Candace from Silver Tempest, the Iono. I still have that card in the collection, which is absolutely beautiful, from Paldea Evolved. Check this out. This is one I've talked about on the channel so much, but I graded the Magikarp Illustration Rare as a Gem Mint 10 and sold it. I can't believe I didn't talk about this as one of my worst investments, because I sold it for like 300 Canadian dollars. Ooh, what a mistake that was. But I mean, live and learn, baby. Then we got the Miriam. Check this out. 2 of the Espeons. Those are bad sells too, because I sold them way before the boom of Sword and Shield. Celebi, an absolutely gorgeous card. Like so many Gem Mint 10s on this submission. It was absolutely insane. Such a great start to PSA, and such good cards. The Tyranitar V from Battle Styles. I mean, lots of good cards. The Gold Snorlax, I have that one. Have the Umbreon V, I sold that one too. But all of these things, as much as I'm saying they're bad investments, they're really good investments, because I pulled most of these cards myself. I bought a few of them, and then you grade them, which costs like, it usually costs me $25 to $30 Canadian per card after I send them to PSA, and I pay for the shipping there, I pay for the shipping back, I pay for the customs and duties, which is just ridiculous, but it just continues on. And yet $30 for a graded card to more than double the price value of each card if they get the Gem Mint 10 is a really, really good deal. So lots of good deals. The other order, this one is a couple months back, and nothing too crazy here, but a couple really ones that stand out. The Pikachu Van Gogh promo, which is really cool, and then this one, the Umbreon VMAX and the Gem Mint 10. I mean, you grade that as a 10, and that's a nice little gain we're talking about in terms of value. So grading cards has definitely been a really, really positive investment, I guess, so to speak, because you invest money into the Collectors Club subscription. You invest money by grading it, and you're really leaving it up to a dealer's choice. But I do the work. Like, I pre-grade my stuff, and I make sure to use a centering tool to make sure it's all good. So that's all kind of exciting. And that was number 3. Okay, we're down to number 2. 2 left to talk about. And this one isn't really like a specific use case, but it's like a use case of using a store. I have done extremely well buying Costco Pokemon cards. So the whole way I got started with the Poke Office is, at the time, Costco Canada had like the 5-pack of Pokeballs, and I bought like $600 worth. That was my budget at the time to start, because at the time, this is so naive, but I was like, oh, PokeRev's pretty cool. I could open packs on YouTube. Not very many people are doing that. Yeah, right. What an idiot I was. But anyways, it got me started, which is amazing. So all of those Pokeballs, this is what was inside of it. 1 pack of Chilling Reign, 1 pack of Evolving Skies, 1 pack of Fusion Strike. What a beautiful combination of cards. And I was so naive to how spoiled I was to get to open those packs at the start of my YouTube career. But super fun. That's what got me started. Then we had the Evolving Skies Elite Trainer Box plus tin, and those came in like big pallets full of Elite Trainer boxes. Half of them were Evolving Skies, half of them were Chilling Reign. So I went in and bought a decent amount of the Evolving Skies ones. And I said that on my my bad investment video last week because it's like, I shouldn't have sold those because they're worth a whole heck of a lot more than they were now at Costco when I bought them. But at the same time, I needed the money at the time. So it was a mistake, but not a mistake because I needed the money. So, but I made some money on that deal as well. Then we have the 151 Zapdos and Alakazam box, which I bought some for the channel and to hold on to. And now they have the 151 Ultra Premium Collection at Costco Canada. And I bought mini tins that had Brilliant Stars and Fusion Strike and Evolving Skies and Astral Radiance. Like, Costco comes out with some really, really sick deals. And for whatever reason, the Costco by my house just seems to be a gold mine. Like, they don't sell out of stuff. I know in other parts of Canada and in the United States, like, people flock to this as soon as it reaches the Costco shelves. I shouldn't even be telling you this online, but the Costco where I live is fully stocked with Pokemon most of the time. And I kind of wait for it to go on sale because sometimes when Costco doesn't sell stuff, then they just bring the sticker price down a little bit, and then I go buy a decent amount of it. So Costco has totally crushed it for me. And here's some of the things that I have also bought. The Heavy Hitter collection box. This one's not nearly as good as when it came out in the States. I think it was at Sam's Club. The Canadian box that I have comes with, I think, 6 Silver Tempest, 4 Lost Origin, 3 Astral Radiance, maybe a Brilliant Stars, 3 Brilliant Stars, and 1 Fusion Strike, something like that. I'd have to go double check, but not an amazing pack selection, but it's all Sword and Shield era stuff. And I've heard mixed reviews. Some of them are like, this is all the bulk stuff. I've got pulls out of the packs before. I've had some bad boxes too, don't get me wrong, but there's definitely pulls in there. The other thing, right now, Ultra Premium Collection at Costco, they're fully stocked at the store by my house, and not only are they fully stocked, but they're $10 cheaper in store than they are when you buy online, which seems to be absolutely crazy. Okay, so we've talked about me starting YouTube. We've talked about my Blaziken VMAX, which is one of my most favorite cards ever. I can't believe I even have it listed on the Poke Office for sale. Then booster boxes. They've just always been good to me. And even like churning and burning. This is where I come back to again. The Costco purchases, the PSA grading, any purchase that I make, because I'm only 2 and a bit years into my Pokemon investing journey, like this is where the churning and burning has actually been my best investments, because I buy stuff, I make 15 to 20 to 30% profit, and then I go buy more stuff with the profit. Like that's how I've been actually growing my collection and growing the YouTube channel, by continuing to build and build and build and recycle and build again and then recycle it and build again and recycle it. And like I said, that's not really the point of this video, even though it kind of is, because we're just talking about how I've been able to do well with the Pokemon space. Churning and burning, you can do more percentage gains than by waiting if you're willing to put in the work. But seriously, I put in the work. Let me tell you, my wife barely knows me some days because I'm just committed. But here's the thing. Last piece is number 1, my probably best, at least my favorite Pokemon investment is, it happened in 2024, which is crazy because it's already September. But I bought a case of Evolving Skies booster boxes. A case. And I don't remember exactly. I think it was in February, and I paid 3,000 Canadian dollars, shipping included, which is just ridiculous. And now it's worth $4,317.99 USD. So it's worth like $5,000. 5,000. Just a single booster box is currently going for $683 USD, and I paid 500 Canadian shipped to my door in a sealed case, which just is a ridiculous gain over the last 6 months. Basically, I've gained 60% in 6 months, so 10% per month is basically what I've gained. And now I've sold 2 of them. Actually, sold one of them, and then well, no, that's not true. I sold 2 of them and then was gifted one because back when I got scammed, my timeline is probably a little bit off, but I'm not trying to be scammy here. When I got scammed, I think that was in January, so maybe I bought the Evolving Skies a few months earlier than that. I can't remember, but it's not that long ago, okay? So I got scammed, and then everyone in the Poke Office community gifted me a bunch of stuff. Chris Klein, shout out to CK Plays, gifted me an Evolving Skies booster box. And since it's crazy. Since we live in Canada, he lives in the United States. Another guy, Moff Dog, conned me into selling him an Evolving Skies box, and then he gave it back to me from Chris Klein, which is just crazy stuff. So I opened one, verified it was real. I pulled the Duraludon VMAX alternate art, for goodness sakes. I get a VMAX alternate art, and that's it. Oh, that one hurt the team. I finally pull a VMAX alternate art, and it's the worst one. Anyways, side rant complete. And now I just sold one recently because I needed to pay some bills, but I still have 4 left. So that's pretty exciting. And I'm kind of contemplating selling a couple more and just holding on to a few of them, but I haven't really made up my mind yet. But Evolving Skies, is there anything else like it? I still think it's a decent investment opportunity at $683.79. If this thing does go to $1,000 a booster box, you're gaining almost 50% of your money by the time it does that if you bought right now at full market price. And here's the thing, the last thing I'll say before we rip into some packs, because I've been rambling a lot this video, so hopefully you don't mind. But most of the time when I sell stuff, not only am I trying to make money, but I also try and make the sales really easy. So when I sold my Evolving Skies booster box, market price in Canadian was right around that $850 mark. And I sold it for $775 plus shipping. So I took a little bit of a loss. I took a little bit less than market price, but I made a pretty quick sale. I want to make things easier on me because I am churning and burning. So I don't mind if I have already made 60%. Maybe I'll take a little less than 60% and only make 50%, but then at least the cash is back in my pocket and I can go buy more stuff, because that's exactly what I'm doing. Always churning and burning. So over the last 2.5 years, we talked about it last week, I made lots of mistakes in Pokemon, and I have made plenty. Don't get me wrong. I've also made some really good plays, and I've also worked my tail off trying to continue the churn and burn of growing this thing, growing my collection, growing my sealed collection, growing the YouTube channel, now growing the website, and it's all just a journey. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, and I really, really seriously appreciate you all for watching, whoever made it this far. And now, because Blaziken has never been pulled on the Poke Office, and, sometimes I just enjoy a little chilling pain, here's 10 packs of it. And just to inspire us a little more, I just have the Blaziken VMAX Gem Mint 10 in the background. If you want to buy it, it's on the pokeoffice.com. And there's still an active promo code, which would be really sad if you got 10% off of it. But you're going to have to do the research before I go giving you 10% off of my favorite card. So it's on one of the videos this week. You can go find it if you so desire, but it also works on all the other stuff as well. So that expires soon, but there will be lots. Speaking of discounts, that's the whole point of the YouTube membership. So if you want to have regular discount codes, like full-time discount codes to the Poke Office, you got to be a YouTube member, because then I am going to be providing that. You can do that by joining the YouTube membership. Down below in the description, there's a link. You can also just find my main YouTube page and join it. Really means a lot to me. All your support, just watching, means a lot to me. So appreciate you all. And now, here's the thing. Stellar Crown is out in a week. I should have my stock early, so that's going to be the next Poke Office live stream. It's been a while since I've been live. I've just been so busy, and I got a new job teaching, so I've been lesson planning and all sorts of stuff. Just been really busy, and I was enjoying the last couple weeks of summer. So 2 regular holos, but nothing major yet. Wow, I am a nerd, and there's nothing you can do about it. All right, come on. I'm tentatively excited about Stellar Crown. I think it's not going to be amazing, but I think it's always still fun to open new Pokemon sets, and it's really just gearing us up for the next season of Pokemon, which I've been talking about over the last, couple weeks. There's a lot of excitement already regarding Surging Sparks, and that's just going to lead the charge into the Eevee set and into Team Rocket set and so much more even. I think it's just going to absolutely explode the hobby, and I'm pretty excited about it, I'm going to be honest with you. So this has been an absolutely abysmal opening. 3 packs left. We've had, I think, 2 holo cards, but not even a single ultra rare hit V card or anything. There might be one in here, though. I kind of thought I saw a little bit of a darker border hiding out behind these cards. Let's go. Ooh, or an alternate art. That's all it takes. Come on, one time, baby. 3, 2, 1. Yes, sir. Calyrex V alternate arts. And just when you talk about chilling pain, Chilling Rain comes through huge. Absolutely beautiful. Shadow Rider Calyrex V alternate arts. Unbelievable. And boom goes the dynamite. Bonitis. I haven't been using Bonitis enough lately. Come on, we got to bring it back. Bow to the Nitus. Last pack. Hard to complain about an alternate art in Chilling Rain these days. I mean, and it's just getting harder and harder to find. I still have, I want to say I have about 100 packs of Chilling Rain left. Something like that. But every time I open 10 packs, it's 10 packs left. Only 1 hit. At least it was a good one. Check that card out. An absolute beaut. And that's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit all those buttons for me. I really appreciate you all. And until my next video, have a good one. Peace.